Hello and welcome to the Oakland A's UK livestream on Sunday, August 15th. Today, the A's are taking on the Texas Rangers, and it's a good game because it is a series decider. Level of details, it's 11:37 a.m. in Oakland, so 7:37 p.m. time here in the UK. Tied one apiece going into the day, so it's all to play for. With the A's looking to get the series win. There's the A's lineup. We'll go into that in a bit more detail as always. But the main news, Yan Gomes and Sean Murphy both in the team, and Tony Kemp is in there as well today. And then there we have coming up now the Rangers lineup as per usual, really, against the left-hander. Unfortunately, Jonah Heim, former A, not in there, but there we go. We're up against Kobe Allard today, who we've had good success against already this season, as we will come to. So, as always, don't forget we're available across all social media platforms at Oakland A UK. I am Matt, and if you want to join in and you're watching live, then please do so by leaving comments either on the Twitter app or on YouTube. YouTube chat is probably easiest, but I shall pick out the ones that catch my eye and then put through some details. Here we go, straight away. Jacob is on. Good morning, Matt from California. Yes, sir. Hi, Jacob. How are you doing? Go A's. Yes, it should be a good one today. I'm feeling confident. Don't know about you, but after such a great win yesterday, which we will go over in a second, I definitely feel we can get the series win today and move on to what looks a very tough week coming up, but also a very exciting week. It could be a real big game changer for us next week if we do well. So we'll come to that as well. But yes, big game today to finish off what has been an interesting series against Rangers, I think it's fair to say. We came into it on the back of that incredible 17-0 win against Cleveland, and that gave us 7 wins in a row. We all knew it wasn't going to last. You can't just keep winning and winning and winning as much as you'd like to. And unfortunately, the winning streak finished straight away in game 1 with the loss. Whatever luck was, I was thinking it was 8-6. It is 8-6, yes. And a really strange performance from the A's, wasn't it? It was kind of like all of our bad moments came at once, which perhaps is a good way of doing it. 3 errors in the game, despite going into the game with the second lowest amount of errors all season across the majors. So we had 3 errors there. We had Seth Brown getting caught at second base, wasn't he? Rounded second base and got caught off the bag and then hit a double. And then there was even Sergio Romo giving up runs, Yusmeiro Petit giving up runs, guys who Romo hadn't given up runs for ages. So it all happened in one game, and like I said, that's probably the best way to go about it. But it was disappointing. We did have Oli hitting his 29th home run of the season there, but it was an 8-6 loss and broke the 7-game winning streak. But thankfully, yesterday on Saturday, the A's got right back on it with a win against the Rangers, 8-3, setting up the series finale today. And how do you even start? Where do you even start with yesterday's game? 5 home runs. It was a real 5-star performance, wasn't it? With 2 home runs by Matt Chapman. There was 1 by Odie, his 30th of the season. 2 in 2 games for him. Seth Brown went deep. Mitch Warland went deep. But it was all about that fielding play by Matt Chapman. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. It really was. How they did that. How he managed to track it all the way over his shoulder. Incredible catch. You kind of expect it from him, but even so, it was absolutely ridiculous. So Matt Chapman doing Matt Chapman things as always. And just to catch up on next week, Jacob said tomorrow on ESPN, the A's and White Sox. Yeah, well, we do get that game actually here in the UK. We will be getting that ESPN coverage. So it is on UK TV. In fact, 3 of the 4 games against the White Sox are on TV here in the UK. So that's pretty good. So, yeah, and he says, I think the series will have more than 10 home runs for both teams. It should be a cracker, that series, shouldn't it? I know they've announced the probable pitching matchups as well, which we'll get to in a little while on this live stream. But yeah, Should be a good one, that. But we need to finish off the series on a good note, I think. Having come into it in such good form, and with the Rangers being a team that are struggling, we all know that. We spoke about it before this series after the Cleveland game, whereby they were a team we were 5-5 against them on the season. Then we swept them to go 8-5. You really want to take advantage of a team like Texas right now, and I mean, a 1-2 series isn't too bad, but we want to take the series 2-1 to keep going, keep the run, good series winning run going coming out of the All-Star break. We had that little stumble coming out of the All-Star break, but we seem to be picking up momentum right now. And it's great to see, not least with the likes of Starling Marte, Yan Games really making a difference on offense. So, looking good. So, talk about looking good. Let's have a look, of course, at the lineup for today. We've got the Rangers lineup there, which we don't really care about. We can beat them. Don't worry about that. What we want to look at is the Oakland A's lineup, and I do that via my usual stylie. Leading off for the A's at left field. Can I flip it? Yes, you can, Mark Canna. Batting second in centre field, it is a superstar, Starling Marte. And batting third at first base, it's Manaea. Just can't get enough of. Batting four, and he's a designated hitter today. It is Yan Gomes taking on that role. His fellow backstop Sean Murphy is in the game. And catching, batting fifth, and batting sixth. Third base, ain't nobody like him. It's Matt Chapman. Batting seventh and playing right field today, it's the Starman, Stephen Piscotty. Batting eighth, Tony Kemp, TK, is playing second base. And batting ninth, playing shortstop in place of Elvis, it is Vermeil Machine Jackpot. And on a mound today, for the Oakland A's, it's Sean Manaea. August hasn't been too nice to him so far in his two starts, but he's always going to turn it around. You can count on Sean. He's going for it today against the Rangers. Yes, that is our lineup today for the Oakland A's. And you've got to be confident when you look at that batting lineup. There's a good mix of players in there. Vermeil Machine is coming in for Elvis, who's on paternity leave, so you want him to do well, you want Tony Kemp to do well, but when you look at Gomes and Murphy both in the lineup today, I think that looks pretty strong. Let's see how we go. We need the bottom third of that batting order to fire. I think that's going to be important today with Piscotty, Kemp and Machine there. And hopefully Manaea can have a good start today, because we need him to. Been a bit shaky recently, but I'm confident that he's going to come good today. And as for Manaea, well, we can have a little look at his recent performances now if I press the right button. And I have. Well done me. So this is Sean Manaea. He had been in exceptional form going through July. Absolutely brilliant. But August has been a bit of a struggle for him in his two starts. He's not gone deep in either game. And his last outing against Cleveland was a real, not a concern, but a real low point in the sense that he just never looked comfortable. It was hot and humid. He looked sweaty right from the off. Just couldn't find anything. And if we look at Lee's figures over here, I've had a look at Sean Manaea's fastball, or fastball, as I should say, out there in US baseball. So 22nd of July against Seattle, he was imperious. He had 13 strikeouts and out 7 innings. Absolutely incredible. And you can see his fastball was basically 93 miles per hour on average. And of the 54 he threw, 12 were called strikes, 12 were swinging strikes. And that's the main thing there. He was getting people chasing, and he was also getting people to swing through that fastball. go to his last outing on the 10th of August against Cleveland. And as you can see, it was a very different story. It was 91.4 miles per hour, so a bit of a drop in velocity there. And of the 42 fastballs he threw, only one resulted in a swing and strike. So he just wasn't getting it past anyone. And it was the same with both his changeup and his slider too. He wasn't getting anyone to chase. He wasn't beating anyone with his pitches. So it may have been a little bit of pitch selection and how he was sequencing his pitches. But I think more than anything, he was just gassed. He didn't... Pitchers have that sometimes. They just come in, even though they don't feel too bad in the bullpen, they get out on the mound and they just don't have it. And I think that's what we saw from Sean the other day. But that's the thing we're going to need to keep an eye on today. Where is his fastball sitting? Is it back to 93 or is he still down at 91? And is he getting swings and misses? Because if he isn't, it's the same with any pitcher. If you're not getting swings and misses, then you're going to be in trouble. So we need Sean back on form, and I'm sure he will be today. Talking about people back on form, Jacob has put in a comment here saying, what do you think of KD's return? Yes, so that's an interesting one, isn't it? Chris Davis now is with the Las Vegas Aviators, the A's AAA team. He's played 3 games, I think. I think he went 3 for 8 through his first 2 games. And then yesterday, on Saturday, he was 0 for 4, I believe, with a couple of strikeouts against Tacoma. I think the Aviators are playing at the moment. Good to see him out there. I know the team isn't putting any great expectations on whether he will come up this season or how quickly. Just want to get him back, literally get him back into the swing of things and hopefully playing well. It'd be an option if he starts tearing a cover off the ball. I think it's unlikely he will get called up this season, but if he can get back into some form, then of course you look ahead to next season, maybe him coming back on a minor league deal or maybe a low major league deal with incentives, and that could be interesting for him next year to come into the team and hopefully get his mojo back. But I get the feeling that's as much what this little run with the AAA team is about, just seeing if he's got something left to maybe feed into next year. And if we need him this season, well, that's going to be an option, but I suspect we won't see him this year. But I would love to be proved wrong on that, because if I am proved wrong on that, then that means KD has been crushing the ball. And when KD is crushing, we are all loving it. That is for sure. So yeah, hopefully he does well and hopefully he comes through. Looking at the lineup today, I mentioned Yan Gomes and Sean Murphy are both in the lineup today. Of course, Aramis Garcia has been a backup for most of the season before Yan Gomes came up. And Garcia got the nod in that spot ahead of Austin Allen, who played a bit of backup catcher last season in a shortened season. So Austin Allen has been back in AAA and he has been smacking the ball all over the place. He hit another home run yesterday. So that's 18 for the season for Austin Allen. And we know he's got that sort of power. The key has been, can he be consistent at the plate? And also, can he do enough behind the plate in his catching duties to make for a good pairing with Sean Murphy, who we know is so good at the catching duties. So we'll be interested to see how he goes. At the very least, the way he's hitting the ball, Austin Allen, if the A's don't feel he's quite their man for next season alongside Sean Murphy, well, he's at least doing a good job of hopefully getting other teams interested in him. But we'll see. I think we will see Austin Allen next season. He's clearly got something about him at the plate. So, yeah, depending on how next season goes, it's kind of a case of why not give him a go. But talking about giving things a go, let's have a little look around the news for the A's. First off, this is taking a quick look at the lineup today, and Shana Rubin of the Mercury News just commenting on Jed Lowry, making it clear that it's just an off day today for Jed. That's why he's not in the lineup. Day game after a night game, said the heat in Cleveland took a lot out of him. Going back to Sean Manaea again, that was so evident. Really stifling conditions in Cleveland this past week. And yeah, tough for a lot of the guys. I think when you look on the bench, obviously Jed is on the bench today. Mitch Moreland hitting a home run yesterday is on the bench. Seth Brown hitting a home run yesterday is on the bench. They're 2 left-handed hitters, of course, up against the lefty today. So that makes sense. The other guy who is not in the lineup again today is Josh Harrison, but Maitan Gallegos, the A's beat writer at MLB.com, has reported this afternoon or this evening our time. Josh Harrison ran the bases without issue today. It's a good chance he can play tomorrow in Chicago. So that's good news. No point in rushing him back for today, especially with Elvis on paternity leave. No point in causing more problems than needed. But yeah, good to see him out there running the bases, and hopefully he'll be fine for Chicago because he was really making a difference in that lineup, and his versatility is a big plus, especially for Bob Melvin, and how he can mix and match and how he can move things around during the game. So that's good news to see that he is on the way back. And I think that's about it in terms of the news in terms of the lineup today. They're the main things. That Jed is out, but at least he's out just because it's a rest day. Having a look at a few things, of course, big news yesterday, not only the great fielding play by Matt Chapman, but the fact that he hit 2 home runs, the second one of which was his 100th homer. Made one of the best catches of his career tonight. That's Jessica Kleinschmidt, NBCS. So yeah, incredible play by him. And as James Caprillion on the mound, Cap said, best catch I've ever seen from the best in the game. Oh yeah, he is the platinum glover. Brilliant. And maybe we are seeing him finally getting that back going. We really need it. We really need it. And that's a couple of home runs yesterday. Get that power stroke going. And that will be great. So that obviously leads us on to predictions for today. And I love a prediction, as you know, if you're a regular watcher of the live stream. So here's my prediction. Here's a simple prediction for today, but I wanted to make it clear. I think Matt Chapman is going deep again. He's got those 2 home runs yesterday, had that great fielding play yesterday. He is going deep again today. He is going to whack one into the seats, probably of Colby Allard, the Rangers starting pitcher. We've faced him 3 times this season already, Colby Allard. He started the season in the bullpen for the Rangers, moved to the rotation, I think it was at the end of May, and we've faced him 3 times. He's actually not pitched badly in any of those games. He's gone 6 innings in each of them. I think he's given up 4 runs twice and 3 runs in the other game. So he's not pitched badly, but we've seen him a lot. So we're very familiar with how he wants to attack us, very familiar with his arsenal. So I'm confident we can take advantage of him today. And Matt Chapman in particular got his stroke back, got his iron. He is going deep. If you've got a prediction today, do send it in the chat if you are watching live. Now, I mentioned earlier that the A's have got a big week coming up after today's game against the Rangers, and I can illustrate that by showing you the schedule for the week ahead. So here we are. These are the times in British summertime. So it's a 4-game series in Chicago against the White Sox, with the game on Thursday being a day game, so a nice 7:10 p.m. start for us in the UK. And then we have the Bay Bridge series. The A's lost 2-1 at Oracle Park earlier this season, so we need to get at least 2 wins. Hopefully get the sweep this weekend against the Giants. But there we go. The BT Sport icons there. That's BT Sport channel in the UK. So 3 of the 4 games against the White Sox are actually on TV here in the UK, and the game on Sunday against the Giants is the MLB TV free game of the week. So plenty of opportunities to watch the A's live this week. And why wouldn't you at the moment? The A's are playing extremely well, and it's a big weekend, isn't it? We know how good the White Sox are, lots of great talent there. And in fact, Matt Karahara of the San Francisco Chronicle has tweeted out this evening, our time, pitching probables for the upcoming A's series. Monday, it looks like it's going to be Frankie against Dallas Keuchel. Tuesday, Seabass against Lopez. Wednesday, Cole Irving against Lance Lynn. And then the Thursday, which is the day game, it should be Cap against Dylan Cease. So really good pitching matchups, 2 really good teams. should be a cracking series, and hopefully the A's can, at the very least, get a split. I would more than happily take a split in Chicago with some White Sox right now. And that would be a very good way to go into that home series against the Giants, because there's more than just a few wins on the board there for us to take. There is bragging rights, and there is that important Bay Bridge Series trophy. We want to do the double with the Bay Bridge Series trophy in the cabinet and also the World Series this year. So we'll see if we're able to do it. But yes, should be an exciting week coming up, and it should be an exciting game today, because the Rangers are they're struggling, but they've still got some danger about them, and the A's know that all too well, having dropped the first game of the series. So it's all there for the A's today. Let's get that win the series 2-1, and head on to what will be a difficult week, but a great challenge for the A's, and will really show a lot about the attitude and the aptitude and the fight that this A's team have, because they've been so good over the past 10-12 days. And if they can keep this form going, as the A's always tend to do as a second half team, we are going to be in business, not only in claiming a playoff spot, but hopefully going a long way in the playoffs this year. Finally, if we can do it. So I am very much looking forward to the game. I hope you are too. As I mentioned again, it is 7:37 here in the UK, so just about 15 minutes away as I'm broadcasting live. Not on BT Sport today in the UK, but you can watch it on MLB.com with an MLB TV subscription. And that's an 11:37 a.m. start out there in Oakland. And the A's, Sean Manaea on the mound, taking on Kobe Allard. It's going to be fine. It's going to be a win for the A's, fingers crossed. And as I said with my prediction, Matt Chapman is going deep again, because there ain't nobody like Matt Chapman. I'm Matt. Thanks a lot for watching, if you've been watching live or watching on the replay. We are available, as you can see from the comments below, at Oakland A UK across our social media channels. I will be aiming to do another live stream on Thursday when we have got the White Sox in that day game action. So I'll do one, whether it's before or after. Check out Oakland A UK on Twitter for the details. I'll decide that nearer the time, depending on other commitments. But we'll do a live stream ahead of that one, and then we will do a live stream on potentially both the Saturday and the Sunday, because they're both day games here out there in Oakland. So both good evening time viewing here in the UK against the Giants. Can't wait for that Bay Bridge series, but we've got the White Sox before it. We've got a great game on the hand today. So good time to be an A's fan, and we're all enjoying it. So thank you everyone for watching, and look forward to the next live stream on Thursday.